This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big GTV streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's time for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, working hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the Primetime Sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS.
High School tonight, it's the Stars and the Blaze from across town. Blackman High School here for girls and boys matchups in non-district play for those trying to keep up. Your district games are Friday nights. Your non-district games come on Tuesday nights. Blackman being in the district alongside Stewart's Creek, Smyrna, and Laverne have opted to play 3 of the 4 teams twice in the Murfreesboro district, we'll call it. And Rockvale played just 1 game between themselves and the Blackman Blaze. So we've got a second matchup coming up here tonight. Actually, this would be the first matchup tonight between these 2 teams for this season. And the last time in the boys contest that the teams met, it was a bit of an upset. So we're going to talk about some of that here on the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. Here from Siegel tonight, John Dinkins will join me, and we'll talk all about it and all the other games going on tonight and kind of some of our plans. I think we're going to get some scores out of MTCS and Webb tonight, and also Oakland as they play Stewart's Creek, which could be an intriguing matchup. So we'll talk all about that when we return here to Siegel High School. It's the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Thanks, Dana, and welcome in to the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. It's time for that Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. Been thinking about a loaded baked potato all day myself. You'll find fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoked the traditional way over real hickory wood and custom-built pits for unbeatable flavor at Rick's Barbecue. Tender pork, juicy chicken, mouth-watering beef, every bite crafted with care at Rick's. Don't miss out on their other crowd pleasers like slaw dogs and loaded baked potatoes. They've got them. They're great. From the pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to satisfy your whole family on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street. I kind of want some of that spicy slaw myself.
I'm trying to figure out how they keep the potatoes always cooked perfectly.
Perfectly, every time.
They're never hard. There's nothing ever wrong with them.
Never?
No, it's good stuff.
That's the voice of John Dinkins, who is here alongside with me tonight. And we've got Blackman and Siegel, two of the, I guess, newest Murfreesboro high schools, 20-plus years now. But Rockvale would be the newest in Murfreesboro and in the county thus far. But, John, these two teams have history going back to the early 2000s. And I was doing a little research on some of that today just to see. I knew the boys was very competitive throughout. And last time these two teams met, you and I were ringside in Lebanon back on March 4th for the region semifinal game between Siegel and Blackman. And Blackman had beaten Siegel, I think, twice in the regular season. The last time they met, less than a month earlier, Blackman won 64-36, but Siegel won 62-48 to go on to the sectional and the region championship game. So a bit of a mild upset, but that broke a streak of 4 losses to Blackman by Siegel. Right now, tonight in the boys game, Blackman boys are probably going to be favored again, but I don't know that Barry Wortman's going to overlook Siegel.
No. Barry Wortman doesn't overlook anybody.
Well, that's true.
I mean, he got them all. Usually they're the same state of mind as any other game, and that's where they'll be tonight. So,
in the girls contest, just a little historical look. The last time, I missed one when I told you earlier, John, the last time that the Siegel girls won over Blackman was 51-47 back on February 3rd, 2009. So Blackman has been on quite a streak against the Siegel Lady Stars. But, John, for the first 9 years or so, that was a very competitive series, and Siegel led that series.
Yeah, they had some really good teams around that period of time. Allen Bush, they've kind of fallen on hard times, and it's been a long drought. And Blackman, on the other hand, has managed to just kind of continue and be very consistent through all that time.
Well, they have 3 state titles at Blackman, 2 under Coach Chad Hibden, 1 back-to-back, and 1 against the current Blackman girls coach, Jennifer Grandstaff, who was at Oakland, that he beat back in 2011, was it? Somewhere in there. We talked about it just the other
Don't tell
day.
me it was that long ago. Jeez.
Maybe it was 2000. Yeah. Well, anyway, back whenever it was a double overtime game, so it was quite entertaining. But Jennifer has won a state title at Blackman and was in the state finals twice with Oakland. And, John, I mention all of that to say she picked up her 700th career win as a head coach last week, I believe it was, and was presented a game ball from Justin Smith, the principal at Blackman. And that's an accomplishment that should be celebrated. She had some really good teams, John, and then she had some really challenging teams at Oakland in her history.
Yeah, in fact, I guess what is the last 2 or 3? Well, I think she was okay. It was a couple of years I think she really had. Didn't have a post, didn't have a lot of experienced players, and it works in cycles like that, you know.
Well, it's kind of like the cycle that Siegel's going through now. You know? It happens everywhere. Riverdale's going through it as well, kind of a rebuilding phase. So, but 700 wins is quite an accomplishment.
Well, Siegel's fixing to get Neela Alexander back. If they get her back,
yes.
I don't know what kind of shape she's going to be in, but that is going to be a huge help for them. So watch out district tournament.
Just her presence inside is and
she steadies everybody.
Yeah.
She calms everybody down.
Well, and one thing that for Siegel that has happened, John, they have had to learn to play without her, and I think they have gotten better every time I've seen them play.
Yeah, and Coach Weekly's got them playing defense for one thing, and they're very aggressive defensively. They don't mind matching up inside with you, and they'll give you everything they've got. So their biggest problem is offensively they just are not consistent enough, and controlling the basketball turnovers have been a big problem for them.
And Rockvale, the last game we did was Rockvale and Siegel, and Rockvale was successful with their press and turning over Siegel in the game. And, you know, when you have, 20 turnovers or whatnot, that takes 20 opportunities for you to score out, and it's just hard to beat a team that way.
Yeah, and they've got a big challenge tonight trying to stop Garner. Pressing them, I don't know whether you need to maybe trap Blackman, but I don't know about pressing them full court. They're so fast.
Well, speaking of the Lady Blaze, I did take a peek for the first time this season at the statewide poll, the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll. And good news for both Blackman girls and boys programs. They're the only 4A teams in Rutherford County that are ranked. In girls, Blackman is number 7, just ahead of Lebanon, Nolensville, and Coffee County. Ahead of Blackman by 1 point is Sevier County. Cookeville is up at number 5, Green Hill number 4, Whitehaven 3, Bearden 2, and Bradley Central with their 22-0 record is number 1. Those rankings have been pretty much the same for the last few weeks. On the boys' side of things in 4A, the Blackman boys are ranked 9th with their same identical 18-3 record, just ahead of Southwind and behind Beach, Whitehaven. Possible sectional opponent Brentwood, number 6. We've seen Brentwood this year. Walker Valley, number 5. Number 4, Maryville. Germantown, number 3. Germantown, Houston. Bearden out of Knoxville is number 2 in both polls, by the way. And the Bartlett boys out of Memphis are the number 1 team. Just a couple of notes from other games, and I think earlier I said MTCS and Webb. It's PCA and Webb playing tonight. I'll give you the schedule here in just a second. Middle Tennessee Christian School girls are ranked number 4 in Division II Single A. PCA boys are number 1 in Division II Single A. And the Eagleville boys are the overwhelming number 1 by 15 points at 17-0, just ahead of Pickett County, Pickett County's lost 3 games. 2 of them have been to Eagleville. 1 of them was a 4 overtime thriller for Eagleville.
I think it's like 10 points separated the 2 margins.
Yeah, those may be the 2 best teams in the state in Class 2A. So the rest of your schedule real quick. MTCS is playing St. Cecilia Academy, Central Magnet, DeKalb County tonight. Smyrna McGavick. It's Mount Pleasant and Eagleville this evening. Laverne is at Riverdale, and Blackman here at Siegel. So that is the lineup of games tonight on the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. And that's going to wrap it up here on the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. We'll take a brief timeout. When we come back, we've got your starting lineups and the tip from Siegel. It's Siegel and Blackman tonight on WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Big G TV.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
a 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
In a Rutherford County Classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back.
Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on WGNS Radio, WGNSSports.com, and our Big G TV video channels.
Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball.
Eagleville has done it. State champions 4 years in a row.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships.
The Oakland Patriots, 8-time state champions. The gold ball headed back to Patriot Drive.
Multi-year Tennessee Association of Broadcasters award winners Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, along with the Primetime Sports team, are standing by to bring you the game, which starts right now.
Hey, good evening and welcome back to Siegel High School. It's Siegel and Blackman here tonight. One correction on the pregame show, it was 2015, the year that Oakland and Blackman played in girls championship game in double overtime. We'll see if this one turns out to be something like that. John Dinkins is going to have the call for you and the starting lineups, so take it away.
All right, for the visiting Blackman Blaze, Amira Herring, number 5, will be one of the starters, 5'6" senior guard. Sam Garner, number 1, a 5'5" sophomore guard. Layla Hall, number 12, a 5'10" sophomore guard. Nautica Tomlin, a 5'7" junior forward. And number 34, Destiny Liggins, a 6'2" freshman, make that sophomore forward. So it's Herring, Garner, Hall, Tomlin, and Liggins. For the home blue Siegel Stars, Reagan Turnbull, number 42, a senior, will start, along with Aubrey Carroll, a junior 5'7" guard, number 24. Number 1 is Celine Barrett, a 5'3" sophomore point guard. Raya Bird will be a sophomore forward wearing number 11, and number 21, Lex Jones, a sophomore guard. So it's Turnbow, Carroll, Barrett, Bird, and Jones. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And we're about ready to get this thing underway. And if I can get my light off now. There we go. Oh, it's back on. There we go.
Technology.
Not my fan. I'm not a fan. I'm telling you. Siegel in the home white with blue, a little bit of gray trim in there, and the Blaze are wearing their dark blue with orange and around the legs and numbers. So we're about ready to get this one underway. It'll be Bird jumping for the Stars. As we mentioned, Neela Alexander, maybe about a week away now, I think, from returning. I don't know whether she'll be able to play a lot of minutes, but anything would help, I would think, Coach Weekly.
Well, it's a good time if you're coming back off an injury to try to get prepared for a tournament run.
Layla Hall will be jumping for Blackman. The toss is up, and it's controlled by the Blaze. And here comes Garner. She controls the Blaze offense. Over to Tomlin. They get it in the corner, now back out to Tomlin. They tried to find Herring, and now a steal. Bird going down the floor, doesn't have the numbers and sets it back up. They get it to Barrett from the corner. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound. Maybe rush that just a tad. Blackman with the rebound, Garner.
Those
over in
lights
the corner, Herring.
Lights are off on this end again, John. I don't know if you noticed.
Tomlin, it may take a while before they get anybody to work on that.
Yeah.
There's a feed down low. Oh, nice spin move by Hall. The layup is good. The pass by Liggins was good, but the shot was even better. 2-0 Blackman.
That was a wonderful spin to get free from the defender and having a little easy one.
Barrett in some trouble, double teamed. Now in the corner it goes to Turnbow. And Bird trying to get it down low to a breaking Jones, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Siegel.
Jones called for it right there, but her calling for it allowed Garner to come in and swat it away.
Carroll throwing it in, having some trouble. Now finally finds Bird left side. She drives, now gives it back out to Jones. Over to Barrett. They'll set things up. 6:52 to play. The Blackman leading here in the first quarter, 2-0. Barrett, high post, it goes to Bird. Gives off to Barrett. There's a fight for it, a little scramble, and a jump ball is called, and it's going to go to the Blaze. Nope, Siegel. I have no idea. I can't see. When they don't point, we have no way.
Well, this is the only one I knew since Blackman controlled the tip, but from now on, I won't be any help.
Here is Barrett to Bird. Off to Jones, now back out to Barrett. Blackman in man-to-man. Turnbow thought about it, now gives it back out to Bird. They'll set it back over. Over to the right side to Barrett in the corner, and she throws it away. Picked up there by Tomlin. To Hall, back to Tomlin. In the corner, Herring for three. No good. Rebound. It's Hall. She goes up, spins, misses the shot, gets a rebound again, and a whistle and a foul, and I think they're going to call it on Bird. And that was Liggins who got in there and got that rebound.
John, I found a secret here at Siegel. You see where Jim Burns is at the table? If you look just a little further up on the table, you can see that red light.
Oh, I see.
That's how they changed the arrow.
Man, you're amazing.
Well, I try to help you any way I can, John.
Our game tonight brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, Dr. Automotive, and Wilson Bank and Trust. Liggins' free throw is nowhere close. 6:03 to play. Blackman leads 2-0. Blackman historically have kind of been slow starters.
Well,
you've been with me, so
yes.
Take that as to the bank there. Free throw's good. 3-0 Blackman.
I mean, it has not.
When they get right, they get right.
It has not been unaccustomed for them to get down 2 or 3 possessions, but then all of a sudden it's like an avalanche.
There's a steal, and Herring didn't know where the ball was, but she did in time to flip it out, and they finally get it out to Liggins, who gives it over to Garner. 3-0 Blackman.
Blackman's doing a really good job of forcing the ball to the corners and getting that extra defender that way.
They find Hall down low, and she goes up and lays it in. They're in a zone defense. That's Siegel, and they're being able to get it down low and 5:27 to play. Turnover Siegel, and it's going to be Blackman's ball. Herring to throw it in.
That was another case of Barrett coming toward the sideline, and Blackman is kind of forcing him to one side or another.
High post, down low, and Garner from the corner. It's too strong. Rebound. Coming up with it is Jones. Trying to bring it up herself, and she makes a bad pass, but knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Blackman. For some reason, I thought that might be out on Blackman, but evidently Jones touched it.
You know, I've learned my lesson about talking about it since people can watch on Big G TV now.
What?
You know, you say, well, I thought it was this. Well, of course you're wrong. You know, coach a show last Saturday.
Yeah.
You remember how you threw me under the bus?
Well, I don't remember anything. What are you talking about? There's Liggins, little jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound. Coming up with it is Tomlin. Give it to Garner. Threw you under the bus.
It
really?
was the shot in the corner before the
Oh,
buzzer.
yeah. That you were wrong about, yeah. There's a drive. Herring gets it down low, and it's intercepted. That was good defense there by Siegel. Second turnover for the Blaze. They covered up that little high-low pass. Jones has it between the circles. Gives it over to Barrett. No kin to Brian Barrett.
Not that I know of.
Trying to set a pick is Bird. Barrett comes back up. Turbo has it. Drives into the lane, and she's going to draw a foul. A good move by Turnbow.
She found the little lane open, and the defender had committed down low, so all they could do was take a swipe at it.
Foul is on Liggins. 4:14 to play here in the first quarter. 5-0 Blackman. Turnbow eyes it, puts it up, and it's no good. Coming into the game for Siegel is McDuffie.
You know, I've noticed McDuffie's getting in the games earlier and earlier, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got some game. Turnbow's second free throw, in and out. Rebound, Liggins. Off to Hall, who can handle the ball about as good as any guard. Over to Garner. Garner stops her dribble, now gives it back out. Over to Tomlin. Back to Herring. They're really trying to look down low if they can. Here is Herring, who banks one off the glass, and good.
Boy, she just really threw that up there, John, thinking that she was fouled, and it just went in.
Here's a long pass to Turnbow. Got some numbers, but she throws it away. Over to Garner. Blackman moving, running. Garner spins, stops, puts it up. Little 8-footer, no good. Rebound. Siegel. I don't know this is the game that Siegel wants to play, this fast-paced game. McDuffie won't go. Tipped around and picked up by Blackman. Hall, there she is again. Over to Herring. Herring. Now over to Garner. Drives, finds a low opening, puts it up softly, misses it.
She's struggling early.
Rebound, Bird. 7-0. Siegel has failed to score here early. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Screen by Turnbow. Bird flips it in the corner to Barrett. Cross court to Turbo. In the corner now to Carroll. Back to Turnbow. She stops, she shoots, she pops, she misses it. 2:50 to play in the first. Coming into the game is O'Corey, and Liggins will come out.
That was only their second attempted shot from the field. They had turned the ball over 5 times previous to that, which again, that limits your chances and your shot chances.
2:46 to play in the first. Here's Hall. Cross court now to Garner. She pops it from outside, rims out. Rebound, Tomlin gets it blocked, now in trouble. And there's a sea of stars all over, and the possession error is going to go to Siegel. Well, he pointed that way. It's got to be Blackman's ball, yeah. So Garner will throw it in. Good try by Aubrey Carroll. Sometimes you win that. They get it into Hall, and she hits off the rim, no good. Rebound, O'Corey. Blackman with another rebound. Out to Herring. Brings it back out to Garner. Garner drives, goes up, puts it in.
Now I'm telling you, she's struggled a little bit, but if Garner gets going, man, Katie bar the door.
And we've got a timeout on the court with it. Blackman 9, Siegel nothing here on State Farm Prep Basketball. Let's hear a word from my friends anyway, Bob Bugg and Stan Vaught.
Oh, I'm friends with Stan.
Oh, so you've turned totally against Bob.
Who?
Okay, fine. I'll be sure to let him know. You know, he calls me about every other day.
Oh, I'm sure he does. You know, we joke, but everybody claims to be a real estate expert, but experience matters, and you're not going to find two people in this town or really in this state that know more and have done more in auctions than Stan Vaught and what's his name?
It's Bob.
Bob Bugg?
Bugg, yeah.
Bugg, okay. Well, they've spent decades helping clients get the top dollar for their property. Marketing power of Parks Auction with Stan Vaught and Bob, that's it, can make sure your property sells, but not only sells for more. Parks Auction, they'll get top dollar for your property.
You're going to have to be a little nicer when Bill works with you. You know, they're related.
Yeah, but I don't think Bill really cares for him.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Just kidding.
Here's McDuffie. Now back to Bird. Bird will set it back up. Siegel could use a basket in a big way. Bird over to McDuffie. McDuffie drives to the right side. Now backs it up. Now loses the ball, and it's picked up by Blackman. Tomlin to Garner. Garner, a little stutter step. Drives in the lane. Nowhere to go. Flips it back out to Tomlin. Cross court to Herring. Herring will pop it, and it's up, and it's no good. Rebound, Okori. Okori with the fadeaway, good. Big rebound there, and Blackman seems to be dominating the boards up at this point.
Well, what Siegel's trying to do, John, is that sagging zone defense, forcing them to shoot outside, and they haven't gotten a three yet.
The thing about it, it's kind of working.
It is.
But they can't get a rebound.
That's the problem.
11-0 here. Blackman leads it. Siegel with the ball. 1:16 to play in the first quarter.
Out-rebounded 10-3 at this point by Blackman.
Barrett has come a long way to get that ball. Now she'll bring it up. No pressure so far by Blackman. They do like to trap to go to the corners. Barrett almost lost it. Now gives it back out. Over to Carroll. Bird has it. And they throw it away.
Yeah, that one just kind of sailed.
Kyla Dowdy is in the game for Siegel, by the way. She checked in. Duffy comes out. And Jones comes back in. Garner for Blackman with the ball. 52 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's all Blackman so far, 11-0. Hall tried to get it down low to Okori, but it's knocked out of bounds.
After one quarter, it's Riverdale 18, Laverne 6, the first score on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard tonight.
Here's Hall, and they're going to call an offensive foul. There was some contact there. First foul on Hall. Second team foul on Blackman. Full court pressure now by the Blaze. Barrett to Carroll. Long lob pass over to Barrett. Barrett's got a little lane there. Drive, spins in the lane. It's up and good. That was a pretty move. And it's 11-2.
And first field goal.
Barrett going to wait and work this clock now with 18 seconds to play in the first. The give is to Tomlin, back to Garner. Over to Hall. And the jumper is up and no good. And Herring had the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. That's a tough break for Siegel with 4.2 seconds left. Herring will go to the free throw line because she was attempting to shoot that ball.
Also, after one quarter of play, Oakland girls lead Stewart's Creek 14-5.
Herring with the free throw. It's up. It's no good. She'll get one more. Don't forget to join us for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country at McDonald's of Murfreesboro each Saturday morning at 9, with a little prelude at 8:55 with Brian. Second free throw is good. jump ball with 1 second left, and it's going to be Siegel. See what they can do with 1 second. Kind of the prelude to wake everybody up, aren't you?
Well, scoreboard update, yeah.
There goes the horn. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Blackman girls 12, Siegel girls 2. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports on the Good Neighbor Network.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
a 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way.
Farm agent Celeste Middleton. Offices at 803 North Thompson Lane. That's right there near the intersection with Medical Center Parkway. Celeste Middleton's number is 615-895-2700 and online at celestemiddleton.com.
Blackman will get the ball as we start the second quarter of play. Garner over to Herring. A little 5-footer, good. That's a way, if you're Herring, you're struggling a little bit from three, kind of shorten it up and start from there. There's a walk on Bird.
John, 8 turnovers now for Siegel. In the first quarter, they were 1 of 3 from the field. Blackman not really setting the woods on fire. They were 5 of 16 with 31%. No threes made, did attempt several.
It'll be Blackman's ball, side court. And they give it over to Garner. McCory is still in for the Blaze. No, I'm sorry, Liggins. I think that is Liggins. No, McCory. They're about the same size, so it's hard to tell. Over in the corner goes to Hall. She drives baseline, nowhere to go, and she stepped on the out-of-bounds line. It'll belong to Siegel, turnover Blackman. 7:25 to go here in the first half. Blackman leading it 14-2.
That is their third.
Here's Barrett in the corner, nowhere to go. They throw it away, and a collision into the stands. Barrett, and I believe that was Herring, I believe. Siegel's doing something. You know what I say as a coach, Brian? Don't go to the sidelines.
Yes.
Stay away from the sidelines. And we've got a timeout. 14-2, Blackman up on top. We'll be right back.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
It'll be Siegel's ball. They have it now, bringing it up the floor with 7:13 to play in the first half. John Dinkins and Brian Barrett with you. I'm John.
I'm Brian.
Oh, that was cool. Barrett trying to drive in, and they're going to get somebody with a whistle. And it's going to be Hall, I believe. That would be her second. may see Coach Grandstaff go to her bench. Here's Barrett. She walked. Still has it. Now loses it. Garner takes a couple of steps. Now gives it back out. Here's a long jumper. It's up and no good by Tomlin. Rebound, Siegel. To Carroll. Carroll left side. Back over to Bird. They have bottled up that inside. Siegel has nowhere to go. However, Bird makes a nice move. Misses the shot. Rebound, Garner for Blackman. Garner flips it to Hall. Fake the three. Now goes in. Drives in. Puts up an 8-footer that's good. Hall with 6. She leads Blackman in scoring. 16-2 now, Blackman. Trap up top. They get it to Carroll. Dowdy, who checked into the game, has got the ball. Back out to Carroll. Carroll over to Barrett. Open for 3. Banked it off the glass. No good. Rebound to Corey. Gives it over to Garner. Under 6 minutes to play now in the half. Garner fakes a 3. Gives it over to Tomlin. Now in the corner to Hall. Back to Tomlin. Tomlin finds a Corey. Turns around. Jumper is no good. Just a little too hard.
She didn't really kind of fully come set there, didn't look like.
No, she didn't. Rushed that shot a little bit. Dowdy to Barrett. Now to Jones in the corner. Back to Barrett. Now over to Bird. She'll reset. 5:25 to play. First half. Barrett has it. Just dribbling right now. Gives it over to Jones, right side. Back to Barrett, and that's going to be an over the back. And as soon as Barrett touches it, and it is, another turnover. They had a lot of them last week, Brian. They're doing the same thing today. Turnbow comes back in.
I can't remember. They had over 20. They
I
already
think it was 30, I believe, because you said they had more turnovers than they had points.
That's right. Well, they already have 10, so they're on pace for even more than that tonight.
Here's Herring to Garner. Back out over in the corner, and the jumper is up and good for 3 by Herring.
Well, that's their first one tonight. They've attempted several, and they've been close, but they get that going.
Lanes is in the game for Blackman. Here's a jumper by Turnbow that won't go. Dowdy had it for a moment, and it's going to be off of Blackman, and it'll be Siegel's ball. Comes McDuffie back in.
Again, I don't have this on the scoreboard because it's not on there. We're working to get it on there, but Oakland leads Stewart's Creek 14-5 after 1 quarter. Stewart's Creek 8 first quarter turnovers.
Here's McDuffie, right side for Siegel. Over to Barrett. Picked up there by Lanes. Here's a drive by Barrett. Now comes back. Brings it to McDuffie. Lost it momentarily, but got it back. Herring all over her. Back out to Carroll. And the ball stolen away. Hall everywhere. They give it off to Herring. Hall flips it over to Garner in the corner. Down low it goes. Back out. They're really passing the ball well. Herring jumper up, no good. Rebound. It's up and in. And that is Jackson, Madison Jackson, who's checked into the game. And another steal. Jackson to Lanes, to Herring. Super move, flips it out to Garner for 3. No. Rebound, fight for it. Coming up with it is Hall. Gives it down low to Jackson, who goes up, and she's fouled by Dowdy. So Jackson will go to the free throw line. She is a sophomore guard, 5'10". And the free throw up, no good.
And they're struggling at the free throw line. They've hit every other one.
Coming in the game is Lydia Lester for Siegel. She's a freshman. Ball gets away, and I think Bird's going to come back in. I don't really know what's going on. I think she had a uniform problem or something. So Lester comes back out. No, I don't know what they're doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're good. Bird came in, but Lester's going to have to take out some earrings. Jackson, free throw. The second one is up and no good. Rebound, Barrett. 21-2, Blackman. 3:26 to play in the first half. Get it over to Barrett. Barrett to Carroll. I mean, against Blackman's defense and those long arms of theirs, you've got to, you don't have time to think. Here's Barrett. Retrieve the loose ball. Now she's got to bring it back up the floor.
Well, that was because of the long arms of Garner, who tipped it away.
They get it to McDuffie, right side. Looks for help to Turnbow to Carroll.
Granted, she's got the shortest arms of anybody on her team, though.
If you stop your dribble, you're in trouble against them.
Yep.
Bird tries to go over and back, but through the legs, I meant to say. And it's a ball stolen away. Garner has it. Another Siegel turnover.
Mounting at 13.
Lanes drives, tries to dish it off, and it's intercepted by Barrett. Here comes Barrett. She'll go in and put it up. No good. Rebound, Blackman.
Siegel is not getting enough shots off, but they're struggling.
Blackman throws it away. 5 turnovers for the Blaze. And I don't think Blackman's playing lights out.
No. They're not shooting well outside, and Siegel is forcing them to try those outside shots. So kudos to Coach Weekly for that. But it's the rebound and the putback where they're getting points.
Barrett trying to drive, and she's fouled. Foul on Garner. It's her first. Jones comes back in, and Bird will come out. Now Lester's come in.
Siegel is a much better shooting team than what the scoreboard shows here with under 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
They get it to Barrett, and it's knocked out by Garner. Barrett, that is, has worked so hard. She's got to be out of gas. They get it over in the corner now to Turnbow. Turnbow drives, now dishes it out to Carroll. Over in the corner to Lester, down low. She's got it, in trouble. Dishes back out Turnbow. She'll try to pop a three, and does. Reagan Turnbow with a first bank three. And it's 21-5.
Their second field goal of the first half.
1:31 to play. They lob it into Hall. Hall stops, turns, 10-footer good. That is her shot right there. 8 for her. 23-5. And Hall is unselfish now. She's not she doesn't shoot a lot.
She maybe doesn't shoot enough sometimes.
I think you're right. McDuffie lost it momentarily, but picked up by Turnbow. And now there's a jump ball, and it's going to belong to Siegel with 1:03 to play in the first half. Brian will have all the stats for you and update the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard at halftime. Here's Barrett. Over to McDuffie, right side. Tries baseline, cut off by Lanes. And she walks. Another Siegel turnover. 53 seconds to play. Herring will throw it into Garner. Going to work for the last shot, I would think. Maybe not. Over in the corner, they don't. And drilling the three is Lanes.
That's 2 threes in the quarter here now.
26-5. Lester loses it out of bounds, and it'll be Blackman's ball.
Well, Siegel is struggling from the field right now, John. And with the turnovers, they're kind of hanging their head a little bit. Coach Weekly will do his best to get them up for the second half. They haven't played well, and I think they kind of feel that.
Garner to Herring. Over to Hall. Down low, they try to lob it to Jackson. 6 turnovers for the Blaze. Blackman's tried to help them. But it'll be Siegel's ball with 8 seconds to go. Here's Barrett. They need to get a shot off. Barrett's going to, and no call at the end of the half. With our score, Blackman 26, the Siegel Girls 5. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate them. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Creation service that feels like home at JMO.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your
Celeste, and also thanks to our friends at the law offices of John Day. They bring you the countdown to the game every game. Rick's Barbecue, which brings you the county roundup every game. Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, who has been a constant supporter, and Prentice Also Heating and Air, who bring you the Coach's Corner and the post-game show and have for decades. So we appreciate all of our friends and many more who help to bring State Farm Prep Sports. Here's a look at your scoring in the first half. Not a ton of it tonight. You'll see that in the team stats in a second. These from JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Winners Trophies, along with Fans Heating and Air. The shooting for Siegel, a first bank 3 for Reagan Turnbow, and Celine Barrett with a 2-point bucket, and that is all of the Siegel scoring here tonight so far. Now for the Lady Blaze of Blackman, Myra Herring with 8 points, including a first bank 3. Sam Garner with a 2-point bucket. 8 points for Layla Hall. A free throw for Destiny Liggins. Mariah Corey with a bucket for 2 points. Same for Madison Jackson, and a first bank 3 for Ariana Lanes. So there you go. Your scoring. Fans Heating and Air Winners Trophies, JHA Company. We're going to come back and have your team stats as we continue your halftime score in the girls' game tonight between Siegel and Blackman. It's Blackman 26, Siegel 5. This is State Farm Prep Sports on Good Neighbor Network.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Much appreciation to Alex, along with Animal City, Music World, and Drummer's Den, America's Home Place, and Mills Family Pharmacy. Dr. Chad Mills, and everybody out there doing great work on South Church Street. Here are your halftime stats and team stats from Winners Trophies. JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, yearbooks, letter jackets, photography. They do all things for schools like that, as well as fans, heating, and air. Rebounding, the edge goes to Blackman, 15-5, so a big advantage for the Lady Blaze. Turnovers with 15, Blackman with 6, 4 of those in the second quarter. From the foul line, neither team doing very well. 0 for 2 for Siegel, 2 for 6, 33% for the Lady Blaze. And Blackman is 11 of 26, 42% from the field, and they have 2 first bank threes. Siegel, however, has only gotten off 8 shots. They're 2 of 8, 25%, and a first bank 3. Blackman led by 10, 12-2 at the end of the first. They won the second quarter 14-3 and hold a 21-point lead now as the score is 26-5 in favor of the Blackman Lady Blaze. With that being said, let me look at the scoreboard, what we have for you so far, and changed accounts on me here, so let me flip over. Don't have a second quarter score out of Riverdale Laverne. It's 18-6 Riverdale. That one should be at halftime by now. Of course, 26-5, Blackman leading here. And the other score was a halftime score. It's Oakland leading Stewart's Creek 25-14 at halftime. And again, if you're looking on our scoreboard, we're working to get that on there. WGNSradio.com/scoreboard. We'll keep you updated tonight as well. Stay with us. Second half coming up. This is State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem is not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give them a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
By the horns.
Prep basketball.
Start of the second half, Blackman will get the ball first. The starting lineups is Garner, Herring, Liggins. There is, let's see, Tomlin's in the game. There she is, gets it down low to Hall, and she puts it up, about a 2-footer. She's great at that shot. 10 points for her. Siegel will counter with Barrett, Carroll, Jones, Bird, and Turnbow, and they immediately throw it away here in the very beginnings of the second half.
John, as we look at a key to the game from Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall in Smyrna, I'd say Blackman is going to try to get the ball inside a little more. They've struggled outside a little bit, but they've got the advantage in there.
Herring with a great fake the pass and put it up for the layup. Hard to teach that. 30-5.
Riverdale girls lead 27-16 at the half over Laverne on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard.
Here's Barrett being guarded out there by Garner. Bounce pass to Turnbow. To be honest, Siegel really hasn't had a lot of looks.
No, they've only gotten off 8 shots in the first half.
And Carroll throws it away, gives it over to Hall, banks it off the glass, and good. This one's getting out of hand, folks.
3 in a row for the Lady Blaze.
32-5 now, 6:50 to play in the third quarter. And that little hassle there between Tomlin and Jones. They try to get it down low, and they throw it away. Siegel in a full court press.
3 turnovers for Siegel. 3 buckets, 6 points for Blackman.
Here's Garner, beats the press, gets it down low to Tomlin. Looks for help, now finds Hall. She drives, gives it back out. Garner open for 3. She's got it. Garner with 5, first bank 3 for her. Nice assist by Layla Hall. Barrett across the timeline for Siegel. To Jones. Still only 2 field goals made by the Stars. Turnbow gives it back out now to Jones. Over now to Turnbow. Right side, whipping it around. Barrett drives, finds Turnbow open. She takes the 3. It's up no good. Rebound. Blackman, and they're wasting no time to get the ball. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Blackman's basketball. Blackman boys up next against Siegel. That should be a good one.
That matchup usually never disappoints.
Really doesn't matter what the records are either.
No.
Here's Garner in the corner. Another 3. No. Rebound. Tomlin. It's up. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Give it to Siegel. 5:30 to play.
How many wars did Ben Dotson have with Barry Wertman? You know?
Man, I can remember that this auditorium being packed. This gym. For those.
Good times.
Barrett. Turnbow tries to lob it down low to Bird. It's intercepted. And Herring races down the floor. Wasting no time. Stops, pops. It rolls off. No good. Rebound. Hall. Back to Garner. Fakes a 3. Drives. Running jumper in the lane. Good. Garner with 7.
That's a move she struggled with a little in the first half, but that's a really sweet move she's got.
And the ball's knocked out of Barrett's hands. It'll belong to Siegel. 4:50 to play here in the third. 37-5. Carroll, that is, to throw it in. Aubrey gets it out to Jones. Jones gives it over to Barrett. Turnbow drives, goes up. The shot is good, and she's fouled.
Before that shot, John, I just watched Barrett. How many times does she, if one of her teammates is in trouble, does she come and be the one to bail them out?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens a lot for Barrett.
Turnbow's shot, no good. Rebound, saved by Blackman. Here's Hall. And it's knocked out of bounds. Hall is like a thoroughbred horse. I don't mean that in an ugly way.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's so graceful going down the floor.
Have you seen an Arabian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Garner for three, no good. Rebound, pure hustle there by Herring. And they're going to give it to Blackman. Nope. Spoke too soon. He pointed that way. It'll be Siegel's ball. 37-7. It's a 30-point lead for Blackman. Barrett gets across the timeline. Shoot, finds Turnbow, passes up a shot, gives it to Carroll. Her shot won't go. Rebound to Garner. Garner in the corner. Back out to Garner. Here's Herring. She'll shoot a three. It's no good. Rebound, Barrett. Barrett working one-on-one against Garner. Goes up, and she's going to draw the foul by Garner.
Well, I will say Blackman has been kind of streaky tonight. They hit 4 in a row, and now they have hit only 1 of their last 6.
Barrett will shoot a free throw here. Goes up with it, no good. The game tonight brought to you by our good neighbor, State Farm agent Andy Womack, located at 1535 West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer. State Farm agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850. Second free throw is good.
It's their first made free throw in 5 attempts.
37-8. Blackman having no problem with the Siegel press. Over to Garner. Back out to Tomlin. Tomlin drives, nowhere to go, gives it back out to Herring. She'll set it back up for the Blaze. 3:32 to play in the third.
Looked like she really wanted to shoot that, but she was so far out.
Over to Garner. Back out now to Herring. High post, down low now it goes to Liggins, and she is fouled.
You look at that example right there, though, John. Layla Hall turned around. She saw her teammate open, and immediately the instinct was to pass, even though she might have had a more open shot.
Right. Going to the line is Liggins. Destiny puts it up. It rolls, no good.
It's no free throw shooting clinic tonight.
No, that's absolutely for sure. Herring comes out and Lanes comes in for her with 3:15 to play in the third. I'm getting ready for my board when I bring in a lot of players here. Second one is good. And she's going to come out, Liggins that is, and coming in for her will be a Corey.
That's one thing that Blackman has that a lot of teams don't, and that is really good size in the post and players that can come in.
Well, they have depth.
Right there in that position for sure.
Jones. And there's probably not that much difference between a Corey and Liggins in terms of what they can give you.
Right. I mean, it's a really good luxury to have because, you know, post players have a tendency to be the ones that get in foul trouble. We saw it with Rockville boys the other night, for instance, with Paldo.
Here's Garner driving, goes up, gives it out, dishes it to Hall, who scores on a very tough shot.
She had 2 girls hanging all over her.
And she's fouled. Turnbow with her second foul in about a minute. Hall's free throw won't go. Rebound, however, up by Herring, no good. Gets another chance, no good. Gets her own rebound again. Dribbles out of trouble. Gives over to Lanes. Lanes in the corner. Off of somebody. It's off of Blackman. It'll be Siegel's ball with 2:16 to play. 40-8 is our score. 40-8. Say it so fast, it sounds like 48. 40-8.
And then people are saying, well, give it the other score, John.
Yeah. Jones has it, right side. This is it off at the top of the key to Bird. To Turnbow. Over to Bird. Over to Barrett. Barrett drives, finds a crease, throws it up, no good. Turnbow missed the shot on the rebound. Rebound Blackman. Garner racing down the floor. Has numbers, fakes, puts it up. Jumper from 12 is good. 9 for Garner. I wonder if she's Samantha Garner.
Well, you've got a Samantha. That's
I know,
a Sam.
Everybody calls her Sam. And a whistle and a foul. Foul is on number 5, and that would be Herring. Second foul on Herring. It's the third team foul on Blackman here in this quarter. And 5 seconds. I wondered, a question I have, Brian, is with the new rule changes on free throws, have they been cut down? Have the foul shooting cut down some? Is there any way to, I guess you could look it up at the end of the year.
It seems to have done that, yes.
Here's O'Corey, dishes it back out to Herring. Now she dishes it over to Garner. Stops, pops, no good. No, it's no good. Rebound, up and in. This time O'Corey with the basket.
You have to take, for instance, the Siegel-Rockville game the other night. Once they got into the double bonus, that did take a minute.
Yeah.
Or not double bonus. Once they got Rockville in the bonus, they shot a lot of free throws, but you have to reset each time. We're not going to make it this time, for instance, this quarter.
Barrett, and then there's a jump ball with 28 seconds left. Clock stops at 27, and it'll be Siegel's ball underneath their basket. 44-8 is our score. Get ready, get your vocal cords ready. This one's going to be running clock. Shot up, good move by Bird, couldn't get it to fall. 21 seconds to play. Herring has it. Going to play for one. Siegel tries the trap. Herring in a bit of trouble, now finds Lanes, who dishes it down low to Hall and lays it up and in with 3 seconds to go. And that's your quarter. One more to go. It's Blackman 46, Siegel 8 here on State Farm Prep Basketball.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Brought to you by IDIS Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, and Middle Tennessee Christian School. 46-8 is the score. Blackman leads it by 38. They'll get the ball back as we start the fourth quarter.
Riverdale leads Laverne 42-26 on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here on WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna.
That'll be a big win for the Lady Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Herring. Drives, finds a hole, puts it up, short. Rebound, Barrett. And Barrett is everywhere. Gives it over to Jones, who will try a three. No good. Rebound, Blackman. Herring coming out of it. Boy, she wastes no time getting across. And now a timeout by Coach Grandstaff here. And we will take a 30-second timeout, which means you have a chance to redeem yourself. And apology is in order to Bob Bugg.
Oh, thank you for saying it. How do you spell that?
B-O-B.
Okay.
B-U-G-G.
2 G's?
2 G's.
That's weird. Selling property doesn't have to be stressful, kind of like spelling. From homes to land to commercial property, Stan bought, and Ron Bugg, Bob Bugg, you know, they know how to make it simple. Let their trusted team, alongside those two gentlemen, handle everything from start to finish for your auction. Parks Auction, they'll get the most for your property with Stan Vaught and Bob Bugg.
Oh, boy. Don't worry, Bob. I'll make up to you in the second game tonight. Stan never gets in trouble. It's always Bob that gets in trouble.
Stan's easy to say. Stan, Ron.
Here's a shot up, no good by Blackman. Turbo down with the rebound. Turnbow has it. Looks for help and finds Bird, throws it away. A little high. Here's Herring. Down the floor, no good. Nice block by Bird. Lanes comes up with it, now gets it again. It's on the floor, they're scrambling, and it's a jump ball.
Well, that's going to be a Blackman turnover there.
And it's going to be Siegel's ball. Blackman will back up. I think they kind of thought that was going to be their ball. So here comes Selena Barrett. Celine Barrett, excuse me. Don't have an A on it. Here's Carroll. A couple of dribbles. Now to Barrett in the corner. Cut off. Now back out to do Carroll. Carroll to Turnbow, and she walked. That's not Turnbow, that's Lex Jones, excuse me. Jones moved that pivot foot just a hair. Clock running now with 6:01 to play, and we've got full scale changes. Dowdy, Ignatz, Lester, McDuffie, and I'll catch the other one when I see their number. Here's Blackman with the ball. They've changed hands too. Jackson to Herring. Herring drives, spin around in the lane, no good. Rebound, put up and in by Jackson, and she's fouled. And the crowd goes wild here for Jackson. Let's see, Ava Atkinson is in the game for Siegel. And Mary Ignatz is in the game. She's a senior.
John, on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, Oakland girls lead Stewart's Creek by 20, 43-23.
Free throw is good by Jackson. He's had a pretty good night off the bench. She's got 5. McDuffie brings it up. 4:55 to play. Clock running. Over to Lester. I'll make that Atkinson. To Lester, and ball goes off McDuffie. And for Blackman, coming into the game is Zalana Dillard.
John, I'm not surprised that Oakland is leading Stewart's Creek because they've been playing really good lately, but I'm surprised it's a 20-point lead.
Yeah. Here's a steal by Siegel. McDuffie drives, puts it up, too strong off the glass. And a jump ball. It'll go to the Blaze. We've got some more people in here. Let me see if I can get them for Blackman. Let's see, Lanes is in with Jackson. Tomlin. Is that Tomlin in there? I think it is. Maybe Jackson. There's a drive by Lanes is good. Nakia Young is in the game for Blackman. I believe that is Tomlin in there, yes. Atkinson to Lester. To Ignatz. Mary has it. Right side now to Dowdy. Looking for somebody inside. They give it over to Ignatz. They'll set it back up. Bounce pass, almost intercepted and is. And I think the foul is on Blackman, and it's Jackson.
I really think this officiating crew has done a superb job tonight.
Yes, they have. Some old timers in there, you know?
Yep, got some experience.
Anaya Alexander is in for Blackman. Here comes DeAndrea Jackson. These are freshmen now playing now. Here's Dowdy. McDuffie drives, finds a lane, puts it up, off the glass, no good. She's just barely missing it. And it's knocked out of bounds. Give it to Siegel.
She's got some really good basketball moves. I think.
Yeah, let me see. What's her age? Freshman.
Okay, good.
Dowdy turns around, misses the shot. Lester fights for it. Another jump ball. This time it's going to go to Blackman.
You're watching on Big G TV. Our coverage brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. Over 100 physicians providing great care right here in Murfreesboro.
Bounce pass. The ball's going to get by. Saved, but it's picked up by Young. Dillard has it now. To Young. Back out to Jackson. That's DeAndrea Jackson. There's a shot up and good by Dillard.
Well, that was really high off of the glass for that one.
1:29 to play. 53-8 is our score. Siegel, a little moral victory, but get in double figures at least. They try to feed it down low, and it's saved by Ignatz. Gives it back out. Dowdy will pop a three. No good. Rebound. Coming off with it is DeAndrea Jackson. I think I'm going to call her D. Jackson. Here's a drive by Alexander. Nowhere to go. Cut off. Over to Jackson. Jackson drives. Bounce pass. A nice feed inside. Shots missed by Young. Here's a drive and a shot up by Atkinson for Siegel. So they do make it to double figures with 34 seconds to go. Always looking at the bright side, Brian.
Indeed, it wasn't, their best shooting night. They're taking on, the number one team from the other district here in Rutherford County and top 10 state ranked. So some work to do, but some bright spots tonight for the Lady Stars.
There's the feed down low to Young. It's missed. Rebound, and that's your horn. And the final score in this one tonight, Blackman a winner, 53-10. Coming up is our IDIS Tees intermission. Brian and I will be back after we take these words from our sponsors. And this is State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
The frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Time now for the IDST's intermission. With a break in the action, we'll bring you stats, scores, and highlights from tonight's game. Brought to you by IDST's, your home for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Visit 111 East MTCS Road, right across from the school, and check out Raider Tees 2 for officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear. IDST's can put your logo on just about anything. Now time to break down the action so far with the Primetime Sports
Final
team.
score in the girls' game tonight: Blackman 53 and Siegel 10. And it's as we always do, we look at our SRM Concrete Solid performers tonight, a player for each team. For Blackman, I'm going to go with Layla Hall, who had 16 points, several assists in the game. Just looked good all night. She just was a very stable influence for the Blackman Blaze.
Yeah, don't know if she quite had a double-double or not, but she had to be close.
Probably did, yeah. I think you're right.
And, you know, just John, if they could get 20 to 25 points from her, and she could certainly do it, you know, and she's getting closer and closer, you know, and I think she's going to be a real difference for them come about the time we get to postseason. She just looks better every time we see her.
Well, for Siegel, we're going to go with Reagan Turnbow. She had 5 points, 1 first bank 3, and she was the leading scorer in the game for the Siegel Stars.
Yeah, and let me just give a tip of the cap to Celine Barrett as well, just dogging it all night long up and down the floor. I know she was frustrated at times, but her teammates got in trouble. She was there to give them a hand, keep the ball as much as possible tonight. So she did a great job. And Turnbow had a couple of really good looks at it too, so she certainly could have had doubled her point production tonight, I think. But she had decent night shooting from the field tonight.
So it's Layla Hall and Reagan Turnbow, our SRM Concrete Solid performers, locally grown, nationally known SRM Concrete. I think I saw her daddy at Donut Country.
Really?
The other night, yeah, after the game. He had the same thing in mind I did. Bavarian cream glazed donuts.
You've kind of been an after the game Donut
Every
country
once in a
guy
while.
late
Every once in a while, especially on Fridays. And I know I'm going to have donuts the next day, but
you don't know if you're going to get the Bavarian cream.
yeah, you don't. I always go in there just to check. If they don't get them, I don't eat any of them. So there you go. That's your SRM's Concrete Solid Performers, locally grown, nationally known SRM Concrete. We look at the Craig's Tax Service keys to the game, and I think really the turnovers again really hurt Siegel a lot. They didn't shoot the ball very well tonight, and that is a bad combination when you're playing one of the top teams in the state with the Blackman Blaze. So that's our Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. Tax laws can be very confusing. It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. And if you missed part of the game, you can check out WGNSSports.com and tap on the Sir Pizza podcast button to download or listen. You can now order your favorite pizza online. Go to SirPizzaTN.com for carry-out or delivery. Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church Street, and on Memorial Boulevard. Another timeout. We'll take a look at the stats when we come back on the IDIS-T's intermission.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
a 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Whether it's a cough,
Get out of here, boy. All right, here's a look at the stats here on the IDIS-T's intermission. Fans Heating and Air Winners Trophies, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Team stats, Blackman out-rebounded Siegel 30-10. Talk about a key to the game. That's one of them. 23 of 52 for Blackman, 44%. They had 3 first bank threes. Siegel 4 of 20 for 20%. Blackman 4 of 10 from the free throw line. I know Coach Grandstaff will want that to be a little better for 40%. Siegel only 1 of 5 for 20%. Blackman had 8 turnovers. Siegel with 23 turnovers. For scoring, it's Blackman's Amira Herring. She had 10. Sam Garner with 9. Layla Hall with 16. Liggins with 2. Okori with 4. Madison Jackson with 5. And Ariana Lanes had 5, and also a 3 in there. And Zalona Dillard had 2 points. For Siegel, Reagan Turnbow had 5 points, including a first bank 3, and Celine Barrett with 3 points for the game. Our Rayburn Insurance keys to this game coming up, Brian. Blackman, of course, tremendous boys team. They are now, 18 and 3, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And number 9, they both the girls and boys have the same record.
So what does Siegel have to do? 9 and 13. They've got talent. They've got some ability.
Yeah.
So.
2 opposing type of styles, I think. But Blackman has proven that they can play the run and gun game, not necessarily the slow down game. But I think Blackman is going to be very patient tonight, like they always are. I think Siegel can't really overlook this game. They got a huge one with Oakland, their biggest rival on Friday, and it's a huge district game there. But John, this is maybe a prelude to a future region matchup possibly too. So you want to see how you stack up. It'll be played on this floor. So, I mean, we could play this identical game here in just a few weeks. And I think for Siegel, if they play their style of basketball tonight and control the tempo, I think maybe control the tempo might be the key to everything.
All right, let's run down our Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here on the Ideas Tees intermission. And Brian, you've got some updates on some scores.
Yeah, indeed. I just got a final in tonight in the Oakland Stewart's Creek girls game, and that final score is Oakland 56, Stewart's Creek 37. So the Oakland girls notch a huge win in region play over Stewart's Creek tonight. Last score out of Riverdale Laverne was 42-26, with Riverdale leading in that one going to the fourth quarter. That one has got to be close to being completed out there. And of course, the final in tonight's game, 53-10, Blackman over Siegel. You can check WGNSradio.com/scoreboard and get to our scoreboard page, which we have been keeping updated all night long.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. It's time for game 2 tonight. Brian will have the play-by-play story for you here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Farm agent Andy Wama, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV is brought to you in part by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, Rutherford Opioid Board, and State Farm.
All right, it is about time to get this boys game underway here tonight. Blackman boys ranked number 9 in the state, 18-3 in Class 4A. In a non-region game or a non-district game, it is a region matchup with the Siegel Stars. They're 9-13. Barry Wertman is the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, and the head coach of the Siegel Stars is Matt Rigsby. So here we go with the starting lineups. By the way, Siegel in the home whites with teal numbers trimmed in navy blue. Same tops and shorts for them. Blackman is in the road orange uniforms, orange pants, jerseys with navy numbers, no outline, navy trim in places there, and 4EO on their shorts for each other, the team mantra for the Blackman Blaze. All right, first of all, let's go with the Blackman High School Blaze. Number 0, Braden Flowers to get the start tonight. He's a 6-foot senior guard. Number 22, Keller Jackson, 6'4" senior post. Number 22 for Jackson. Number 4, Dorian Lyles, a 6'2" senior guard. Number 15, Caden Avent, 5'11" senior. And number 10, Mike Bass, a 6'2" senior forward. So Bass, Lyles, Jackson, Flowers, and Avent. I think he said forward there, didn't he? So
yes.
For Avent, I didn't have his position. So that is the starting lineup. 0 Flowers, 22 Jackson, 4 Lyles, 15 Avent, and 10 Bass. Now for the Siegel Stars. Going to go with number 4, Damon Goring. He is a 5'10" senior guard. Number 10, RJ Biggers, a 6'1" senior forward. Number 0, Cale Martin, a 5'10" sophomore guard. Number 5, Omar Conte, a 6-foot junior guard. And number 23, Delvion Ewing, a 6-foot senior forward. So 3 guards, 2 forwards for the Stars. 4 Goring, 10 Biggers, 0 Martin, 5 Conte, and 23 Ewing. Again, the head coach is Matt Rigsby for Siegel, Barry Wertman for Blackman, and the starting lineups from Josh Houston and Associates, JHA Company. Winners trophies and fans, heating and air. Got a new final for you in tonight in girls, and we'll have a few more maybe trickle in, but this was one that we knew we were going to get some finals for. Riverdale girls 55, Laverne girls 40. So 55-40, Riverdale girls victorious tonight. And that score has just been added to the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard online at WGNSSports.com. Ready to tip it, it's going to be Keller Jackson jumping against RJ Biggers. Ball is in the air and touched on the way down by Keller Jackson to Lyles and now Flowers as they move left to right. Underway here in the boys game. Blackman girls big winners tonight over Siegel. Can the boys do the same? In the deep left corner, Bass, who had a 20-plus point night the other night, misses the shot, and now there's going to be an offensive foul called on Omar Conte. And that'll be a turnover as well, back over to the Blackman Blaze.
That was nicely done and very convincing. He made that convincing.
That was Avent who took the charge. Over to Bass, far side. Near side Flowers, burns it to Keller Jackson. Jackson working inside. Triple team, flips it out. Bass thought about a shot. Takes a few steps back. Now works between the circles. Front court, far side Flowers, back to Bass. Bass from the right elbow, no good. Rebound, Ewing. Biggers pushes it up the floor to Conte, back to Cale Martin. Martin drives, dips it out to Goring. Now Goring in the lane, puts up a crazy shot inside and almost went, but falls away. Bass quickly down in the corner, Flowers right side. Back to Bass and around the horn. To Avent, now Jackson pops out. They work it back around up top to Bass, now Flowers. Near side, wing. To Dorian Lyles, who cuts through, and the ball stolen away. Conte with it and threw the ball away, but last touched by Blackman. Of course, a little extra in this game tonight with Dorian Lyles starting for Blackman after spending some time here at Siegel as well. In fact, the last time these two teams met, it was Lyles at Siegel.
Nobody booed him. That was good.
No, but they played in the region semis. Cale Martin drives to the basket, scores.
He lost the ball momentarily, and then everybody just relaxed. And then he found an opening and just took the shot.
First points in the game scored by the Siegel Stars. Took almost 2 minutes. Flowers drives, foul line, dumps it down low, a no-look pass to Keller Jackson. I thought he was passing it right side, and he just dipped it right to Keller.
Flowers could be so deadly with that drive, penetration, and then dumping it off.
No-look style pass. Goring dribbles around, front court, far side. They move right to left from our vantage point. Conte drives behind the back dribble, gets in there, missed the shot. Flowers for the rebound. Flowers in transition, zips it down the floor, in the corner. Now to the wing, Bass drives. Lyles going to lose the ball, and now Biggers, there's going to be a reach in or a travel. It's a travel. So Siegel got the turnover, but then they travel, so they equal each other out. Far sideline is where Lyles will throw it in and throws it into the backcourt to Flowers. 5:20 to play, first quarter, 2-0 Siegel. Make that 2-2 Siegel. I guess it's tied at 2-2. I'll get it right. Avent flips it over. Bass runs down the loose ball. And Cale Martin with the steal. Cale Martin to the other end. Cale Martin with the bucket. Play in from the right block, and Martin has all 4 of Siegel's points, playing like a wild man.
2 uncharacteristic turnovers by Blackman.
Avent has it in the corner. Now here's a 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Bass somehow comes down with it. Tries to control it amidst a double team, gets it out. Now Flowers from downtown, back of the rim, no good. Bass had the rebound, couldn't control it. They're going to say last touch by Goring. And that draws boos from the Siegel faithful here. Their student section pretty deep tonight. Inbounds, Keller Jackson laying good. They are so good at those inbounds plays. Tied at 4 apiece. Goring going to walk it down. Blackman retreats into their matchup zone, maybe. Martin brings it to the near corner. Trying to get some space with he and Lyles, who are just really going at it. Back up top. Goring had to save it from going over. Gets it to Ewing. Now Cale Martin. Cale turns, spins, tries to drive, nothing there. Got to give the ball up. Flips it back to Conte as Coach Matt Rigsby screams instructions. Clad in his gray khakis tonight. Now Goring's just going to hold it right there at the logo. Flowers comes out to make him dribble. To Martin right side, looking in. Biggers pops out, top of the key to help. He's got it now. Looking around, he's in trouble. The count's on, takes the dribble and gets around Jackson, and Jackson fouls him. First Blackman foul. So both teams have a foul apiece. Will be on the sideline. 3:17 to play first quarter, tied at 4. Conte with it. He's at the logo just across the center stripe. Now drives, goes one-on-one. A little bump foul before the shot.
Good call there, it was.
Caden Avent going to get charged for that one. It'll be out of bounds for Siegel. On the far baseline. Bass goes out, and Braylon Bailey comes in for the Blaze. Goring gets it in. Now Conte, jumper from 10, no good. Rebound, Biggers in the lane, goes up strong. RJ with a big rebound and putback. And Siegel jumps into a press here. They retreat quickly as Flowers gets it across the time stripe. Over to Bailey, left side, back to Flowers, way out here in the front court. Avon has it with 2:39. Shot up, no good by Dorian Lyles. Goring going to go one-on-one, gets past Bailey, now stops, throws it up there, kind of tripped on his own. Avon, a reach-in foul. Coming up the floor as Ewing went for the steal. Delvion picks up his first foul, second team foul for Siegel, and it'll be out of bounds. The Blaze to trigger it in. Here's Flowers getting it across, gets a pick from Lyles. Tries to dump it low and thought Braylon Bailey was going to cut toward the baseline. He didn't, and that's 3 turnovers for the Blaze. 6-4, Siegel on top with the ball. Really good Tuesday night crowd has filed in here. They were late arrivers for sure. Goring, front court, far side. Drives to the wing, now to the foul line. To Cale Martin for 3 from the left wing. No good. Rebound pulled down by Flowers. Crossover dribble, drives in the lane, dips it out to Bailey in the deep left corner. Bailey goes baseline, back to Flowers, spots for 3, off the rim, no good. Lyles with the rebound, goes up strong and gets the bucket. Dorian with his first points tonight.
That's the Dorian I remember from last year. Rebound machine.
He ties the ball game up at 6. Goring with it to Conte. Ball tipped away. Who can run it down? It's Flowers, but he was out of bounds. Good effort there by the senior. A full senior starting lineup. Bailey is in the lineup now for Blackman, and he is just a sophomore, but a senior Layton Blackman team here. Oh, they're waiting on shirts to be tucked in.
Yeah, we got to have that.
Yeah, you know, it's important. Style points. Siegel inbounds. Conte with it. Going to go one-on-one. Dips it in the corner. Far side to Goring. Now back to Conte for the 3. It is no good. Rebound knocked around. Ewing tried to save it, but goes out of bounds.
You know, if he doesn't try to save that ball, I think it's their ball.
Yeah, I think it was tipped, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Wertman sporting the hoodie tonight.
Yeah.
He's usually got a polo on, doesn't he? 6-6, 45 seconds. Blackman ball. They could take a lead here. Bailey has it, but dribbled. And it's knocked away by Ewing. Turnover, Blackman. Pass down low. Goring shot no good, but a foul.
Now that's 4 turnovers now for Blackman already in this game. That's very unusual. That give credit, some of that, to Siegel's defense.
Absolutely. Sometimes they don't have 4 turnovers in a game.
Right.
Goring going to get going to get some free throws here. Malachi Suttles is going to check in for Siegel here at the dead ball, which comes now. Bass is back in too. Avent goes out, and Cale Martin goes out for Suttles. Another free throw for Goring. Takes a big deep breath, one dribble, and it's in the air. No good. Hit 1 of 2. So it's 7-6 Siegel with 30 seconds. Blackman ball. Lyles brings it across himself. Finds Flowers, which is where they want to start things. 23 seconds. Braden passes over to Bass. Bass right side to Bailey, back to Bass near the logo. Far side front court, Flowers with 10 seconds. Now Bass will go to work with 9 with 8. Is he going to go one-on-one? 7-6, he's going to try it. Dribbles, turns, spins, 3 seconds. Ball almost tied up, out to Bailey. His 3 on the way off the front of the rim. And we have completed 1 quarter of play with the Siegel Stars leading the Blackman Blaze 7-6 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports, we've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV is brought to you in part tonight by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Franklin's Print Works, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the law offices of John Day.
We're back here for quarter number 2, and it'll be Siegel leading by 1 point. Oh, we had an errant whistle. Now the officials are going to talk. I don't know what this is about. It's just between two of them, as one official is told to stand down. I have no idea what this could be. Something wrong at the scorer's table. And so now one is going to talk to Coach Rigsby. And Coach Wertman is looking for an answer to whatever's going on here. They're going to go to the scorer's table, and they're looking at the book. This is never good. I don't know who it could be. The starters they would surely have gotten. Now they're communicating with Coach Isaiah Phillips what's going on here. This is a very long discussion, and I think, well, I don't know. Whatever it is, Siegel is going to throw it in here, and we're going to start the quarter. So everybody seems to be happy with whatever the outcome is. Goring across the timeline here. His team leading 7-6, the Siegel Stars. Dribbles around, looking at this zone. Martin has it. Top of the key, drives, gets by Lyles, puts it up, no good. He goes to the floor. Blackman with the rebound. Long pass to the corner, Mike Bass. Now to Flowers, thought about a three, didn't take it to Bass, back to Flowers. Far court, front side. Over to Braylon Bailey, right side, drives in the lane, has it rejected by Biggers. Here's Cale Martin down the floor. Cale taking it coast to coast, reverse, and it is tipped in by Blackman and Bailey, and they're going to count the bucket and a foul.
Yeah, once it went up, I mean, it's anybody's game then, and
that was
no
not,
matter who touched it.
That was not going to go in, I don't think.
Credit that basket to Martin.
So Martin gets a chance for the and one here. It's in the air and no good. Keller Jackson high for the rebound. It's a 3-point lead Siegel, the largest lead of the game. It's been back and forth, bucket for bucket, first quarter. Except when Siegel went 1 for 2 at the free throw line to give them a 1-point lead at the quarter break. Bass, far side, front court, takes one dribble to Flowers now. Top of the key, drives to the right block, lost control of it, and out of bounds. Turnover, Blackman High School. That's 5 Blackman turnovers.
Siegel's defense has got them a little puzzled right now. They're struggling to get an open look anywhere.
Siegel has a 9-6 lead and the ball. 6.5 left in the first half. Goring out near the midcourt stripe, over near side to Cale Martin. Cale dribbles to the wing, hands it off. Suttles with it. The sophomore tries to throw it to Cale Martin, and there's going to be a foul. Bass, I think. 1-0. So Bass picked first. And it's the second team foul of the quarter. I missed the other one. I don't remember who it was now. Making sure that Damon has his shirt tucked in. Very important tonight. To Biggers on the inbounds. Thought about a three, now to Goring, right side. It's Cale Martin driving. Cale going up from the right block and scoring. Cale Martin having a great first half. He's got 8 of their 11.
Just taking it to him, really. Just going driving to the basket.
11-6. We've dropped under 6 minutes. Flowers for 3, and it's a big one. From downtown, top of the key, first bank 3. And just like that, cuts the Siegel lead to 2, which was 5. Goring across. Far side, front court. Dribbles, now goes to the block. Puts it up off the glass, no good. And rebound, Bass for the Blaze. Down the floor quickly to the foul line to Keller Jackson up top. Keller wants to go set up down low. Now gets it at the right elbow. In the corner, Bass, three-pointer for the lead.
2 in a row.
Mike Bass's first bank 3 puts Blackman up by 1. First time they've led in a minute. It was 2-0, then 2-2. 4-0, then, or 4-2, then 4-4. And you see where I'm going here. Here's Goring, puts up a runner at the foul line. Quick shots by Siegel, and they've come up empty the last few trips. Blackman with the ball and the lead for the first time in a minute. Flowers between the circles. To Bass, popping out is Keller Jackson. Back to Flowers. Flowers from downtown, can he do it again? No, off the lip of the rim. Goring with it, brings it across now. 4:23 to play in the half. Goring takes it left side, passes back to Cale Martin. Cale drives in the lane, puts it up with the left hand, falling to the floor. What a shot. Cale with 10 and a timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout for us here with the Siegel Stars leading the Blackman Blaze 13-12, 4:11 left, and time for a word from Parks Auction, John.
All right, need to buy or sell property fast? Parks Auction is the name Rutherford County Trust. For decades, Bob Bugg, and Stan Vaughn have delivered results for families, investors, and businesses. When you want experience on your side, call Stan Vaughn and Bob Bugg today for no obligation consultation. Parks Auction will get you top dollar for your property online at parksauction.com.
John and Brian here. We'll be at Oakland on Friday, and it's the battle for 231 from Oakland, with Siegel making the long bus ride over to Oakland. I mean, it's all of 4 miles, I think. Can't remember next week's schedule, but I'll give it to you here in just a minute. After the timeout, it's Blackman's ball. They trail by 1. Bass with it, far side front court to Flowers. Quick pass in the corner. Here's a 3, and it's a ripper for Caden Avon. The threes are raining here for Blackman here in the second quarter. That's 3 of them all in this quarter. They don't have a 2-point basket, I don't think. Cale Martin with it. Down by 2 are the Stars. Martin going to go one-on-one against Lyles. Turns, spins, gets in the lane. Goes up, and the bucket went. There's a whistle. Is it a foul or a travel? It's going to be a foul. So count the bucket for Cale Martin. $12 of their 15. Cale Martin, and a chance for the and one. I'm going to say that foul was on Lyles. Free throw, no good, missed it. Rebound though, Siegel had it for a moment and they do control it. It was Conte in the lane, shot no good. McCoy checked in on me, that's who I was trying to find. Patrick McCoy, another sophomore for Siegel. Here's Caden Avent for 3 off the rim, and no good. That would have been a huge bucket. Tied at 15. Suttles with it now for the Stars. Spreading the floor here. Trying to get some one-on-one action, and they've been successful at it. Suttles is going to try to take it in now. Drives in, dips it out in the corner. Here's another drive by the Stars, and laying it in is Conte for his first bucket tonight. John, that's working for Siegel.
Yes, it is. Just going in, taking it in.
They're spreading the floor, getting one-on-one matchups. Bass left side. Up top, Flowers right side. It's Keller Jackson at the wing. Catches Bass in the lane, and nice pass down low. And gets it to Dorian Lyles, who flips it in.
Lyles has been open like 5 times down that floor. They finally saw him.
Tied at 17. Free throw or a three here and there have given us a little separation. Ball loose. Siegel runs it down. And getting free in the lane for an easy one is Omar Conte.
Now I'm telling you, the moves they're making, they can make them all night. They're going to be a problem for Blackman.
Been some crazy shots. Bass for three from the deep left. It is no good. Doesn't draw iron. Long pass is broken up. Thrown away. Lyles up the floor to Flowers. Missed the lay-in. Saved it, but then knocked out of bounds. Siegel and Patrick McCoy. Ewing back in. Goring back in for Siegel. In for the Blaze is Cash Shipley. He is in for Flowers to give him a breather, and the junior will run the point. And right now, okay, the officials are having a conversation near the scorer's table. It's been 2 long talks here.
They're trying to determine who did the foul, or who's going to shoot the foul, or they're not going to shoot.
Well, now they're going to go talk to another official. 2 of them talked at the scorer's table. Now one of them went over to talk to the other official who was just standing by and awaiting. Now they're going to report the foul. And I couldn't see those fingers right
I don't know
there.
what you do when you don't know who it is. You just ask them, who did that?
22. I don't know who that is.
That's
Keller Jackson.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, it wouldn't be him, would it?
I
Well,
wouldn't
got the
think.
ball.
Here's a three put up. No good. That's why I don't know who it is. Siegel with the ball. Driving. Reverse lay-in. Oh, my. Omar Conte. That was impossible. That's the moves that John was talking about. Siegel's making buckets off of those crazy shots. They're up 21-17. 1:20 to play in the half. Avent left side. Up top. Now around the corner. Bass for three. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up and a foul as Lyles had the rebound. And Ewing picks up the foul. That other foul was not Ewing. The only 22 on the floor was Blackman. So I'm wondering if it was Suttles too for Siegel, because he went out and wasn't on the floor when they were talking.
Right. Yeah.
We'll see in a minute, I guess, if he gets another one. Long pass in on the inbounds to Bass. Siegel up 21-17. Keller Jackson to Bass. Thought about a three. Continues to think about it. And now 3 seconds in the lane. Turnover, Blaze. Well, there have been a lot of those tonight. That's 6. So Siegel with the ball, under a minute to play, and up 21-17. Can they pad their lead here at the half? Goring going to dribble around here, front court near side. Over front court far side, and that's Cale Martin. Ball on his hip, 37 seconds. Going to drive against Dorian Lyles. Garage all the way in and scores. Cale Martin, 14 points, 10 in the second quarter alone. Blackman has 22 seconds to work with. Keller Jackson dribbles around, in trouble. Flips it back up front to Bass. Siegel playing a very tight man. 12 seconds. Siegel crowd on their feet here. Bass with 8 with 7. Bass drives in, and they're going to say a reach-in foul on the floor with 6.9, and it'll be out of bounds. And that's on Cale Martin.
That was a pretty good foul, or he's got a layup.
Uh-huh. Pretty smart move by the sophomore. Blackman will have 6.9, will inbound on the near baseline. Shipley is going to do that. Long toss into Avon with 5 with 4. He drives in the lane. Hook shot up good. Nicely done, Caden Avon. And Siegel's not going to get a shot off, and that takes us to halftime with your score 23-19 Siegel leading the Blackman Blaze in a good one. Siegel taking on the 9th-ranked Blackman High School Blaze and have the lead here at halftime on their home floor. Our game tonight brought to you by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. You call, we haul. Listen each pregame and postgame for the SRM Concrete solid performer. Back with your stats here at the half. Again, it's 23-19 Siegel leading the Blackman Blaze. This is State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem is not going away.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
And this is State Farm Prep Basketball.
Siegel leads 23-19 here in the boys contest. Our Rayburn Insurance keys to the second half tonight, Brian. I know they're concerned about all the easy buckets that they've made, Siegel has made driving to the basket.
Well, it's happened just about every possession down. You know, they get a little space, and what they're doing is they're really spreading the floor with Blackman kind of staying in their matchup zone. It's a little different each time down, but by spreading the floor, they're allowing to go one-on-one, and they're getting space, and that's helping them create some baskets, I think.
You may see Blackman sag down low and try to see if Siegel can beat them with a three. That's your Rayburn Insurance key to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall. As a locally owned agency in Smyrna, they offer the personalized service you won't get from big out-of-state providers. For auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. Here's a look at the girls game, the girls contest that was previously played here. Won by a score of 53-10. The Blaze come up on top, the Lady Blaze. They were led by Herring with 10, Garner with 9, Hall with 16, Liggins with 2, McCory with 4, Jackson had 5, Lanes 5, Dillard with 2. For the Siegel Stars, Reagan Turnbow with 5, Celine Barrett had 3. 53-10, a final in the girls' game. We're going to take a timeout and come back. We'll have the stats for you here.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
23-19 our score here in the boys contest. Blackman scoring. Braden Flowers had 3. Keller Jackson with 4. Dorian Lyles with 4. Avant had 5, first bank 3. And Mike Bass with the first bank 3, along with Flowers. And for Siegel, Damon Goring had 1 point. Biggers with 2. Kel Martin, what a night, 14 points in the first half. Conte had 6 points on the night, and that's all they've needed to come up with this 23-19 lead. The stats brought to you, of course, by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Here's a look at the team stats. Blackman's out-rebounded Siegel by a margin of 12-6. Blackman shot 9 of 22 for 41%. They had 3 first bank threes. Siegel had no threes, but they were 53% from the field, 10 of 19 from the field. Blackman didn't go to the free throw line in the first half. Siegel went 4 times, hit 1 for 25%. And the turnovers, uncharacteristic for the Blaze, they had 6 turnovers. Siegel had 3 on the night. Siegel led 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. They lead here by 4, 23-19. That's a look at your stats. Again, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, Brian will have the second half of tonight's game with Siegel leading 23-19.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give them a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack. She's at 805 South Church Street. State Farm Agent Dana Womack. Give her a call, 615-900-0877 or myboroughagent.com.
Starting lineups, winners trophies, JHA Company Fans Heating and Air for Blackman, Flowers, Jackson, Lyles, Avent, and Bass. For Siegel, it's Goring, Biggers, Martin, Conte, Ewing. Same as the start of the game. And again, that's from Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. It's going to be Blackman's ball when we get ready to go. The official trots across and getting ready to do it here.
Be careful when everybody goes home tonight. Might be a little fog.
Oh, fog. There's your foghorn. Blackman's ball. Avent puts up a little 10-foot runner and gets fouled in the first 11 seconds and goes to the free throw line.
I'm anxious to see what adjustments are made in this game.
I have that Ewing, and that's Ewing's third foul. He's going to have to come out here. Avent connects on the free throw. Marquis Forrest Jr. coming in for Ewing, who's quite disappointed that foul was called. Avent's second toss is up and good.
First time to the free throw line, they hit a pair.
Cuts the Siegel lead to 2. It's been, maybe 5 at one point for Siegel. It's been a 2-possession game at the most. Goring in the corner finds Cale Martin. Martin driving baseline, cut off there by Lyles. Tries to turn into it, can't. Biggers gets the ball, loses it, and here comes Blackman with a chance to tie or take the lead.
You see what they did when Martin drove that time, Brian, they cut him off.
That's going to be a big key. He had 14 Siegel points. They get it inside to Keller Jackson. Oh, the shot missed. Rebound, and Siegel comes out of there with it. Goring penetrates to the foul line. Back to Cale Martin. Cale turns, spins, foul line, goes up, right hand, got it! And there is a foul. Foul is on Flowers. That's his first. Make that second. That's who that other foul was on earlier. So Cale Martin goes to the free throw line for an and one here. For 17 points. Shot it. Got it. 26-21. Oakland boys lead at halftime 29-24. And another good one. They're taking on Stewart's Creek at home. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Flowers with it near wing. One dribble to Lyles. Back over to Flowers. Gets it back up top to Avent. They're moving right to left in this half. Bass now Flowers left wing. Back to Bass. Spots for three. It's in the air and swish. Mike Bass, his second first bank three of the night. And within two again are the Blackman Blaze. Cale Martin has it front side far court. Dribbles around. Not really making a whole lot of forward progress here. Spreading the floor once again. Now goes one-on-one, gets to the foul line. Now to the block and scores again. Cale Martin is just really gone berserk.
Well, they've spread the floor. Blackman hasn't been able to answer it. I mean,
the Blaze have it now with Flowers right side. Works it into the corner and away and out of bounds, but tipped out by Conte of the Stars.
Martin, what, he's got 20 points or close, isn't he?
Cale's got 19. He had 14 at the half. Pass to the left wing. Here's a three on the way. And Dorian Lyles misses that one. Goring down the floor for the Stars. They have a 4-point lead on the ball. They're going to go back with Cale Martin left side. Dribbles back. Trying to get a little space with Bass. Now Martin has it. So he's going to go one-on-one with Lyles again. Drives but kicks it off. Conte dribbles. Now back to Goring. Goring gets space. Drives in the lane. Flips it to Biggers. Probably should have taken the shot. Turnover Siegel. 4:40 to play in the third. Left wing Avent spots. Dings off the rim, but Keller Jackson with the rebound. Missed it from the left block. Quickly down the floor are the Stars. Biggers right block. Pulls up. Blocked by Keller Jackson, but a foul. That is 3 on Keller, so that's what that other foul. They didn't count that as a foul on him a minute ago. First half. R.J. Biggers stands at the free throw line to try to pad their 4-point lead. It's 28-24. Blackman. Free throw is up and no good by Biggers.
Well, they're struggling at the line. It's 2 of 6.
Braylon Bailey comes in. Checks in for Blackman. Second free throw. Crawls over the rim and then falls through. RJ with 1 out of 2 free throws. And Siegel is up by 5. Bass going to trot it down. Picks up speed. Now drives to the foul line. Dumps it low and throws it away. Was looking for Bailey, I think, to cut baseline, and that is Blackman's 7th turnover. Coach Wertman is red-faced. 4:10 to go, third quarter. Goring, far side front court. Dribbles around, now gets to the foul line. Tries to get past Flowers, now just pulls up from 8. Yes! Damon Goring. Siegel is making some impossible shots, really. 31-24 Siegel. Bass between the circles. To Avent for 3. It would be big. No good. Rebound Lyles goes up strong, and Dorian finishes it off with a big bucket and a timeout Blackman, I think. Or maybe no timeout. I think maybe they misinterpreted what Barry said. So now we've got subs coming in. It's a little chaotic at the moment.
I think Barry wanted them to press, and he was waving his arms, and I think they thought that was a timeout. They don't call. He doesn't call them any.
No. Blackman is not pressing. They may pick him up here at half court, though.
Well, I think they backed it off after
all
get that delay.
Conte dribbles around after bringing it up the floor. Going to try to go one-on-one with Bass to the foul line. Now here he is driving in, and Cale Martin lost the ball out of bounds, stripped away, and last touched by Braylon Bailey of Blackman. So Goring to inbound, far baseline, finds Biggers. Going to just hand it off to Damon. Goring to Martin. Martin drives, turns, spins, gets free, goes up, fouled by Bailey. Boy, that is a quick spin move. That was 2 spins right there for Cale Martin, who's kind of putting on a clinic.
They don't have an answer for him right now.
Gets a couple of free throws. The 5'10" sophomore guard toeing the line for 20. Yes. A chance at 21. Largest lead of the game for Siegel. It's 32-26. Second free throw in the air. No good, too strong. Rebound, tipped back up, hits the backboard by Lyles, but he controls it on the way down. Bass to Avent, back to Bass. Between the circles, back to Bass again after Avent kicks it out to him. To Lyles, Avent left wing. Deep in the corner, Braylon Bailey tries to get it inside, and they do. Lyles controls it somehow, goes up strong and scores. Count that bucket for number 4.
Well, he did it on both ends. He got the rebound, came down, scores, gets a foul.
Conte is the one who picked up the foul. Lyles having to adjust the wardrobe a bit. Going to have a chance to add one more to it for an old-fashioned 3. It's in the air, good. He's the leading scorer for Blackman with 9, 32-29. 2:30 to play. Conte dribbles behind the back, now to the foul line. Down low to Biggers. Biggers trying to back in, ball tipped. Loose ball, run down by Flowers. Flowers, layup good.
Oh, what a hustle play there. There were 3 guys that probably should have got that ball, and he comes from nowhere and gets it.
And that cuts Siegel's lead to but 1. 2 minutes to play in the third. Goring over to Martin, left side. Martin pulled up his dribble, finds Conte. He's out here near midcourt, driving against Bass. Gets in, triple teamed, back out to Goring. Almost had an opening. Flowers closed quickly. Goring pushed way out in the front court. Now on the logo. Goes one-on-one, and there's a reach-in foul on Flowers, who's very frustrated. It's number 3 for Braden. Next foul will put Siegel at the free throw line. They kick it into the backcourt to Damon Goring. 1:22 to go. We're in the third quarter. They throw it down low, and Braylon Bailey steps in front of it. A chance for Blackman to take the lead. He takes it coast to coast and is fouled in the lane. Biggers had to do that, maybe. No, I saw a single hand up, so.
Well, the momentum shift has definitely gone to Blackman, and I must say it's been Siegel momentum almost the entire game up until this point.
Foul is on. They've got 3 on the scoreboard. There's not a 3 out there. Free throw good. So I don't know. Biggers was there, but I don't think it was against him. Second free throw for the lead for Blackman, good. Braylon Bailey with a couple of clutch free throws. 33-32. Blackman on top. Conte with it. 1 minute to go in the third. Goes one-on-one with Bass. Drives to the right block, explodes to the basket and scores. Conte with 8.
That first step by Conte is deadly.
Gets you on your heels. Blackman's ball. Shipley. And the ball stolen away by Cale Martin. He runs it down. Cale drives, gets in the lane, puts it up from the right side. Are they going to say it was a shooting foul? It's not going to really matter. So a turnover, Blackman. A foul on Shipley. And Cale Martin going to go to the free throw line. It's the bonus. So you hit one, you tie, you hit another, you take the lead. Free throw, number one is good. For 22 of their 36 points, if he connects.
It's been him and Conte basically, hasn't it?
Pretty much. 21 and 8. Make it 22 for Cale Martin. Martin's going to go out for a breather the rest of the quarter. And they bring Delvion Ewing in, who has been plagued by fouls tonight. He's got 3. 30 seconds. Blackman trails by 3. Flowers to Bailey. Now Bass. Popping out is Avent. 19 seconds. Flowers thought about a 3. Gets it down low. Bailey cut baseline and scores. Siegel's going to have a chance at the last shot here with 5 with 4. Goring with 2 with 1. Kicks it out. Here's Ewing for 3. Off the rim. No good. That would have been big. Siegel 36, Blackman 35, fourth quarter. Right at you coming up in 1 minute on State Farm Prep Sports.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Ron Reeves, you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Our game tonight, and an exciting one it is, brought to you by Sir Pizza, Craig's Tax Service, Winner's Trophy, delicious donuts from Donut Country, and Parks Auction. That's Bob Bug, Bob, B-O-B, and Stan Vaught.
You're thinking about Donut Country tonight, aren't you?
Doubt it.
Riverdale halftime lead over Laverne, 26-18 on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Final quarter here, and it has been a humdinger. 36-35. Siegel on top. They get the ball to start the quarter. The inbounds is made. Here's Goring. Crossing over the stripe now. Passes in the corner to Cale Martin. Martin a couple of dribbles, brings it out. Front court, near side. Shakes, fakes, foul line. Cut off there. Back to Biggers. Blackman stopped him that time. Goring with it. We played 30 seconds right now here in the quarter. Goring way out here near midcourt. Takes it right side, stops. Now turns, spins at the foul line. Ball tipped by Bass. He can't control it though. Good hustle. So Siegel will inbound here on the near sideline, close to their bench, between the bench and the scorer's table. Goring throws it into the backcourt, and Martin's going to have to bring it across. Drives to the top of the key, now to the foul line, and they hand hook him, but they say travel first. That's a big call. It was pretty close, and now a timeout, Siegel. 7:06 to play, 36-35. Coach Rigsby is not happy about whatever has happened here. They haven't told us it's a 30-second break, so how about a final word from Parks Auction with Stan Vaught and Roy Rogers.
Not going to happen for you, is it? It's
What?
not going to happen for you.
Oh, it's Rob.
I'm going to file a formal complaint.
Rob Slug?
Never mind. Auctions are fast, efficient, and profitable, and that's why people choose Parks Auction first. Stan Vaught and Bob Bugg are industry leaders who take the stress out of buying and selling. Trust the proven team of Bob Bugg and Stan Vaught to get results. Parks Auction, we get you top dollar for your property. Visit parkauction.com.
I might remember it better if I had like a calendar.
With his picture on it?
Yeah. I can see him. I can visualize it.
I don't know if that's going to happen this year, pal. Yeah, you can. Well, no, I'm not going to let you borrow mine. I'd never get it back.
I already took it off your desk. Biggers comes off the floor and goes to the trainer's table. So I think he had to come off for some blood. He'll be back pretty quick, I think. Bass has it. It's a 1-point Siegel lead. Flowers for three, and the lead! Huge first bank three for Braden Flowers. Blackman up 38-36. Bigger's going to check right back in, so whatever it was a quick fix. Conte front court, top side. Brings it here near side now. Backs it way out. They've done this all night, spreading the floor. Conte goes one-on-one, slips. Gets back to the ball. Now needs some help. Finds Cale Martin, who comes over to help.
I think Conte thought he might have walked, and he was waiting for a whistle.
Could be. Damon Goring with it. 6:08 to play. Nice crossover there. Lost the ball for a moment. Popping out to help is Suttles. Now back to Cale Martin, the game's leading scorer. Tries to back in. Picked up the dribble, passes down low to Suttles, didn't go up. Throws it back out. He was open. Goring has it. Damon drives, gets in the lane, puts up a runner, it's good. Goring ties us up at 38. Well, that wasn't the prettiest possession for Siegel of the night, but it was same result. Flowers near side up to Bass now. Bass takes it right. Now to the top of the key over to Flowers. Thought about a three, didn't take it, but Bass will rip. Bass, his third first bank three of the night. 41-38 Blackman. 5:06 to play. Driving is Conte. Throws it up toward the goal. It doesn't fall, but a foul. And the Blackman student section can't believe it.
I think they thought he walked. And I may have been thinking that a little bit too.
Mike Bass picks up the foul. And all alone at the free throw line is Omar Conte.
These are big right here. These free throws are really big.
First one is in the air. Good. Coach Rixby is using this time and Coach Shutt to talk to the other four who are not rebounding here. Biggers comes in. Out goes Malachi Suttles. One more free throw to draw his Stars within one. And Omar Conte would have 10 points, and he does. 41-40, 5 minutes exactly left in the ball game. Flowers near side to Bass. He's red hot. Over to Avent. Back to Bass, popping out Lyles. Thought about a drive, didn't take it to Bass now, near side. Front court now straight away to Lyles, left wing. His three is skyward and good.
3 in a row for the Blaze.
Dorian Lyles, that spank three. That's the third of the quarter. 44-40. Largest Blackman lead of the game. Bounce pass, Cale Martin to Biggers. Biggers turns, spins, 4-footer, crawls through. Huge shot for the senior. Blackman up by 2 with the ball. 4 minutes to go in the game. Flowers. Up top, Bass wipes the sweat from his nose. Brings it here near side. Now sneaks about midcourt. Behind the back dribble, Lyles. Underhand flip to Braylon Bailey, who drives, puts it up with the left hand, and a charge. Basket will not count. And he comes up a bit gimpy. Twisted an ankle here. He's having trouble putting weight on it. The trainer's going to come out. They're going to have to help him off, and Keller Jackson is going to come in. Going to take a look at the ankle, I think. And some extra tape. So, foul on Bailey is a turnover as well, and it's Siegel's ball, down by 2. That was a huge play. Can Siegel tie or take the lead? Cale Martin going to go baseline, turn, spins, left block, one-handed, yes. Cale Martin is a man possessed right now, 24 of their 44 points.
He uses his body very, very well. I mean, it's really hard to block it.
Bass with it in a tie ball game, 3:16 to play. Bass to Flowers now near side. Front court, back to Bass. Closer to the logo. Now Lyles, 3 in the air, too long this time. Rebound, Conte pulls it in. Conte quickly down the floor, having himself a good night as well with 10. A bucket here would give Siegel the lead. Goring tries to set a pick. Conte doesn't use it. Now up to Damon. 2:42. Backs it up. Front court now tries to drive past Bass. He can't do it. Over to Conte now, 2.5. Conte left side, finds the lane, tries to dump it low, lost the ball, out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover by the Stars. He was wanting a foul. And that's their 9th turnover. 2:24, Blackman ball, tied up at 44. Crossover dribble, Braden Flowers burns it, no look to Keller Jackson. That was beauty. And a timeout on the floor. 2:11 to play, Blackman by 2 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wama, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, Dr. Automotive, and Wilson Bank and Trust.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update for you. Oakland 44, Stewart's Creek 36 as they go to the 4th quarter over at Oakland. Oakland and Siegel match up against each other on Friday night on WGNS and Big G TV. Here 2:11 to play. Blackman leads by 2. Siegel basketball as Goring walks it across the time stripe. He's on the near sideline. Here at the corner, dribbling around. Spreading out the Blackman defense. Over to Martin. 146. Cale trying to find a lane, nothing there. Fakes left, goes right, gets in the lane, and shot blocked by Keller Jackson and out of bounds.
It's an interesting matchup. They've got Keller on him, on Martin. Now he comes out. They're going to put Bailey back on him.
Goring will inbound on the near baseline. Throws it into Ewing. Bounce to Biggers. And the ball tipped away, stolen away. Mike Bass, layup, good, and a foul. Bass with the bucket. The lead is 4, could be 5.
Man, he went up high for that layup.
.44. If he hits this free throw, it will match their largest lead of the game. 1 dribble, 2, make it 3, and now 4. Shots in the air, short. Rebound Goring. 48-44 remains your score. Blackman up in the corner. Here's a 3. It's on the way. It is no good by Conte. Rebound. Biggers has it. Drives. Misses it. Goring. Putback won't go. And now the ball stolen away. Biggers got it. How many opportunities? And R.J. Biggers finally gets the bucket. A timeout on the floor. 1:06 to play. Blackman leads by 2 on State Farm Prep Sports.
When it comes to building your dream home.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
West Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Go into the 4th quarter, and it's Riverdale leading Laverne 39-26. Here, it's Blackman up 48-46 over Siegel. 1:06 to play. They have the ball with the length of the floor to go. In what has been another classic Blackman-Siegel game. Flowers to throw it in to Keller Jackson. Little full court pressure here by the Stars. They get it across. Bing Blackman. Bass going to back it back out. They're going to wait for the foul, I think, if they can stall. But Bass is in trouble, and they call a foul. And Siegel fans not too thrilled with that, but a reach in. Honestly, not a bad foul if Blackman's going to play keep away, but they only lead by 2. They get it to Keller Jackson. Back to Flowers. Flowers in trouble, pulled up his dribble, and they're going to call another foul on Cale Martin. So that's 3. So maybe somebody else needs to do the fouling. Blackman by 2. They've got the ball to throw it in. Flowers needs some help, needs a lot of help, and a timeout. Called the timeout just in time. 43 seconds to play. We'll take it as well. 30 seconds. We'll return on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Blackman will inbound right in front of the Blackman bench. Barry Wertman is actually going to stand behind the bench to watch Braden throw it in. And finds right behind. What a play, Dorian Lyles. He just snuck out there and nobody saw him.
That was the plan. That was designed.
4-point lead. Cale Martin in trouble. Siegel in trouble. Ball tipped around, stolen away by Avon. And now the foul with 27 seconds. Cale Martin with foul number 4. Next foul, Blackman will be at the free throw line. Flowers is going to throw it in. He walks like he's going to get an ice cream. No hurry. Flips it into Bass in the backcourt. 26 seconds. Now they foul Bass, and he's going to go to the free throw line with Blackman up by 4. These free throws are big. It's a 2-possession game, really, no matter what, and Blackman's going to talk things over. 24 seconds to go. They lead 50-46 on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Basketball.
At the free throw line stands Mike Bass. If you've listened or watched tonight's game, it's been a treat. This to give Blackman a 5-point advantage. Yes. It's really, no matter what happens here at the free throw line, a 2-possession game. But this to make it 6, to give as much distance as possible. For 13 points for Bass, yes, barely rippled the net that time. 52-46, so Siegel's got to score pretty quick. Goring picks it up, down quickly, 22 seconds. Over to Cale Martin, spots for 3, banked it in! The bank is open, Cale Martin, and a timeout, Siegel. Goodness gracious, 17 seconds to go. 52-49 Blackman on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Music world and drummers.
Old school running for shit.
What's the location of your emergency?
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust.
Welcome back as Blackman has the ball. Length of the floor to go. I would suspect that whoever gets the ball on the inbounds is going to be fouled immediately. Conte throws it back to Flowers in the backcourt. And now they get it up the floor. Lyles fouled with 12.5. That obviously was not Conte, it was Avent, by the way.
I really feel like if Blackman hits this one free throw, one of the two, it's going to be extremely rough to get down there.
You know, the lead is 4. Could be 5 or 6, depending on what Dorian line. I'm sorry.
Well, they're going to have to foul. You know.
Right. First free throw is good. Blackman's leading scorer, and a timeout once again. Free throws upcoming when we return. Blackman leads 53-49 on State Farm.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
You're listening to Prep Basketball.
Free throw for Dorian Lyles is on the way. It is no good. 10 seconds. Here's Siegel. Goring with 8, with 7. Passes off to Cale Martin. Leans in for the 3. It's off the front of the rim. Got his own rebound and puts it in, and a timeout. Cale Martin now with 29. Timeout on the floor with 1.2. It's a 2-point Blackman lead. We're going to step aside and take our final timeout here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Agent Ron Reeves, you're listening to Prep Basketball.
Thanks, Ron. We only have 1.5 seconds left. Blackman leads by 2, and they have the ball. So Siegel has to hope for an immediate stop. And then a free throw. And then see what happens there. Our Big GTV coverage is brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, improving community health for more than 7 decades. MMC provides accessible, cost-effective care from excellent physicians in advanced medical facilities. That's Murfreesboro Medical Clinic bringing you coverage on Big GTV tonight. Length of the floor to go for Blackman. Don't think they'll get there. Blackman is going to put everybody on the baseline, and now it's a sprint out. And there's the foul with .9. So Biggers, who kind of tweaked an ankle there, fouls Caden Avent and will put him at the free throw line. Now, if you're Siegel, your only hope is for him to miss at least one. With a 2-point lead, if he hits both of them, it's a 4-point game and a 2-possession lead with 1 second now on the clock.
Well, when they get the rebound, if he misses, they probably
just got to hurl it to the other end.
Miss the second one, you know?
Yep. Free throw number 1 is good by Caden Avent. Lathan Alsop came into the game for 1 play and immediately back out. So here's the big free throw with 1 second remaining in the game. Caden Avent shot it, got it. He goes out. Shipley make that. Bailey comes in. And one more timeout with 1 second to play. It's a 4-point Blackman lead. Siegel ball on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
neighbor State Farm agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna, 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That's State Farm agent Emerson Williams, 459-2683. InsureMeBig.com. Big with an E. InsureMeBiggie, we'll call it. So Siegel has 1 second to inbound to try to throw it down the floor. Now, if you're Blackman, Coach Barry Wertman said no fouls. I'm positive those words came out of his mouth. Goring is going to make a baseball pass, throws it down. It's going to be a tip and shoot. They let him shoot it, and Cale Martin misses the shot anyway. They figured maybe it was going to be a tip and shoot. They didn't even defend it. And the ball game is over. What a fun one tonight. 55-51 is your final score. Blackman, in really a seesaw game tonight, comes up victorious against the Siegel Stars. 55-51 your final score. We'll come back. Your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show is next on WGNS and Big G TV, State Farm Prep Sports.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
A 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
The final whistle has blown. Now it's time to break down all the action on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Stats, highlights, scores, everything you need to relive tonight's action. Brought to you by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. From heating to cooling, they service all major brands and often provide same-day service. Their Rheem Pro team is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable in every season. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your hometown comfort pros on West College Street. Now back to the primetime sports team to wrap up tonight's action.
Welcome back to Siegel High School, and it was a victorious night for both Blackman teams in girls and in boys. The boys a little more challenging, back and forth affair tonight. But Blackman holds off the Siegel Stars 46-44. That is not correct. 55 to 51. Why did I report it that way? I made a boo-boo. But regardless, John, before we go on, I meant to mention this earlier. Big time over at Eagleville, by the way. Tonight, their volleyball state championship rings were handed out at halftime. Awesome. They hung another banner in the gym. So that was cool. And one of the things that I wanted to mention tonight is congrats to the middle school girls basketball team. They defeated Nashville Classical last night in the TMS AA regional semis, and they'll play Thursday in the region finals. The boys lost a tough one to Explore and came up just a bit short, but girls move on to the region semifinals in middle school girls, and some young talent may be coming up there for Chris Lynch and Eagleville. So we highlight them from Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall, a locally owned agency in Smyrna offering personalized service that you won't get from big out-of-state providers. From auto, home, life insurance, business insurance, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. Time here to talk about our SRM Concrete Solid Performer. And John, it was really two former teammates that kind of went at each other tonight. Cale Martin finishes the night with 29 points for the Siegel Stars. He was kind of a one-man show there for much of the game.
Great, yeah.
And Dorian Lyles finished the game with 15 points tonight. And I think it's fair to say Dorian has struggled a little bit during the year this year, but against his former team, we saw flashes of the Dorian Lyles that we expect, and that's going to be huge for Blackman down the stretch.
Yeah, he played very, very well, and Martin was just unbelievable, and just a good ball game to watch.
It was. It was a lot of fun here tonight. 55-51 the final score, and that is your SRM Concrete Solid Performers. Locally grown, nationally known SRM Concrete. Keys to the game. What was the difference in the game? I remember you at one point late saying momentum has definitely shifted to Blackman.
Yeah, I think they did a much better job defensively on at least they made it difficult for Martin. He still hurt him a little bit in the third and fourth quarter, but they he was going down the floor and scoring at will at one point, so it did a good job. Actually, the free throw line is where I think Siegel had 8 of 13 for 62%. Blackman steady at 10 of 12 for 83%. So you get those added free throws in there. They had 10 to 2 points. It's a 4-point win. That was huge as well.
Well, Cale Martin had 7 points in the fourth quarter, but he was really pouring them in the first half, second quarter and third quarter. He only had 4 in the first quarter, but second quarter and third quarter, he scored most of his points, and then like you said, they made his job a little harder there in the fourth.
Well, Siegel shot 59% for the game.
Oh, wow.
And lost. And Blackman shot 51%, but the difference there was the threes. They had 8 threes, Siegel had 1.
Yeah.
So
they were banging them in.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter. How many? 1, 2, 3. 3 in the fourth quarter, and they were really big threes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. They do it all. You know, those tax laws are crazy. They change from year to year. Let them worry about that for you and get help with your taxes at Craig's Tax Service. And if you missed any part of the game, you can check out WGNSSports.com. There's a Sir Pizza podcast button there for you. You can download, listen, or watch right there on our website. We'll get that podcast up right after the game. And don't forget, you can order your favorite pizza online now, sirpizzatn.com, carry out or delivery. And they have a brand new app where you can earn rewards points. So check them out, Sir Pizza, East Main, South Church, and on Memorial Boulevard. Our Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show rolls on, and it's time to do some stats here tonight. The Blackman Blaze winners 55-51 stats from Winners Trophies, JHA Company, and Fans Heating and Air.
All right, here are the team stats. Blackman out-rebounded Siegel 16-12. Blackman 20 of 39 from the field for 51%. They had 7 first bank threes. Siegel 19 of 32 for 59%. They had 1 3. Blackman 10 of 12 from the free throw line at 83%. Siegel 8 of 13 for 62%. Blackman had 8 turnovers, but only 2 in the second half. I thought that was huge. And Siegel wound up with 11, and a couple of those were crucial down the stretch. And before I turn it over to you, the Blackman girls won 53-10 in the first game tonight.
All right, just got a score in. The Oakland boys beat Stewart's Creek tonight 66-60. So Oakland at home gets a pair of I think you would have to say upset wins.
Yeah, they got a big test coming up on Friday with Siegel, but
yep, and Siegel will be coming in the boys' game with a loss, so we'll see how that one fares. That is a big district game, and we'll have it on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Big G TV for you. Final scoring in the boys' game, mentioned the 29 of Cale Martin to lead both teams in scoring. Omar Conte had a great game tonight with 10. 7 for R.J. Biggers, 5 points for Damon Goring. So all of their scoring from 4 players for Siegel. Tonight for the Blackman Blaze, Braden Flowers with 2 threes, finished with 8 points, one of those in the fourth quarter. 3 buckets for 6 points for Keller Jackson, 9 points for Caden Avent, including a 3 in the first. Mike Bass had 3 threes, 1 in the Avents was in the second quarter. Bass in the second, third, and fourth quarter banging in some threes, had 13 on the night. And Dorian Lyles led the way with 15. Can't forget Braylon Bailey's 4 points in the third quarter. They were big. 55-51 your final score tonight. Blackman improves to 19-3, while Siegel falls to 9-14. So I told you our schedule for the rest of this week with Friday. Next week, we've got Rockvale at Blackman, and then Riverdale back here at Siegel. So that's next Tuesday, Friday for you. Girls coaches on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner Saturday, and Middle Tennessee basketball tomorrow, Thursday, and then Saturday. So we've got you covered with MTSU and high school sports. Well, that's going to wrap us up from here. A full look at the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. And let's see. I don't think that that game is quite final yet. But it's Riverdale leading 39-26. 39-26 as they started the fourth quarter. That game could be nearing completion. But check the scoreboard for that final. Of course, 55-51 here. Blackman boys a winner. And Oakland boys 66. Stewart's Creek 60. On the girls' side of things, let me just go over here to our scoreboard and search them out for you. Finals from the night tonight. It was PCA defeating Webb School 64-30. And this is girls now. Also this evening, it was DeKalb County downing Central Magnet 59-53. Stewart's Creek, that was last night, got the win. But they fall tonight 56-37 to Oakland. Riverdale 55, Laverne 40. And Blackman girls a winner 53-10. And I've given you all the boys scores that we have here. I don't see any additional scores or things that have gone final. So that is it on our scoreboard for you here this evening. You can find it at WGNSradio.com/scoreboard. Well, that's going to do it tonight. I want to thank everybody here at Siegel for the great setup and hospitality. Principal Stephen Wayne and Athletic Director Greg White, the basketball coaches here, Brian Weekly, and, of course, Matt Rigsby. Appreciate their help this evening. Also, back at the station, Jonas Harmon, our producer, radio producer this evening, and on-site video producer here, Micah Robeson. For John Dinkins, I'm Brian Barrett, and we say so long until Friday. That's the next time we'll meet at the game.